and welcome back to Drunk on Wanderlust. Here we go, 2025, the start of a new hiking season. It's the beginning of April and we're ready to smash out another trail. Just a short one this time. We are in Osmotherly in Yorkshire and we're going to be taking on the Lyke Wake Walk. 42 miles across the Yorkshire moors. Let's have a quick look at the map. Starting in Osmotherly and ending at the coast in Ravenscar, the trail heads straight up onto the moors. With over 1,400 metres of elevation across its 42 miles, the Lyke Wake was certainly going to be a challenging weekend. The aim is usually to try and complete the entire route in less than 24 hours. However, due to the varying abilities of the group and existing injuries, we had allowed ourselves a little longer. We were using the GPS of the route on the Hiiker App and have been using its features to plan and navigate this weekend's challenge. Let's get started. We stayed at the Coatgill Youth Hostel in Osmotherly on the Friday night. I'll pop the details in the video description. You can even leave your cars parked at the hostel for the weekend for a small fee, which was really handy. We got up early to make a start on the trail. A few of the faster hikers in the group had stayed behind to have a cooked breakfast first and would catch us up later. Okay, sorry for the wind noise, but we've just reached the official start of the Lyke Wake Walk. It took us 1.5 miles to get to here from the hostel. Time to get going. I had made sure most people had downloaded the GPS so we could take turns to navigate. It would also be safer in case we got split up or if anybody needed to leave at any point. Which way are we going, Steve?
Going that way.
Right, time to get stuck in. We had checked on the app and seen there was a cafe around 6.5 miles on. That would be our aim to get to for a mid-morning break. Now, the weather report promised sunshine. At the minute, it's just clouds. Not happy. Hopefully though, a little bit later, sunbathing time. Woo! We had noticed when planning the Lyke Wake that the route follows a large section of the Cleveland Way on the first day. I was looking forward to retracing steps and seeing some familiar scenery. Which way are we going, Steph?
I think we need to cut down here.
Let's have a look.
Down there. We're currently here.
Yeah.
We don't want to follow the path around the corner, we want to go down there.
Perfect.
Towards the road.
Okay, this is bringing back memories now. We're getting to bits on the Cleveland Way that I remember from when I did it in 2021. But I had a much bigger pack then. I think at one point it was nearly 20 kilograms. Steve! If you haven't seen the video, do check it out on my channel. I'll leave a little link just at the top there. And Steve's done it as well. You did it when?
I did it last year, April last year. Yeah. It was a bit wetter then.
Yeah, a bit wetter. So yeah, it's nice to see some familiar places. We're about, what, two miles in, 2.5 miles in, something like that, from the trail point. And it's nice and dry so far.
Onwards to the calf.
Onwards and upwards, Steve. Now, if you would like to find out any more information about joining my Officially Smashed It hiking club, I have a page dedicated on my website, officiallysmashedit.com. We organise hikes all over the UK and abroad for all abilities, so come along and get involved. All ages welcome. So far, so good. Nothing too strenuous or technical en route so far. Even though we hadn't had much sleep the night before, we were all feeling positive at this point. I'll tell you more about our eventful night a little bit later. We're having a little snack stop, snacks. We've got a climb coming up, just under 400 metres. First proper climb of this little trail, so it's going to be fun. At the minute it's not too hot, so we shouldn't sweat too badly, which is always positive. Still on the Cleveland Way, And the sun looks like it's trying to poke its way out, which is nice as well. So, all good.
As you can see here on the elevation graph, this is the biggest climb of the route, and it was nice to get it out of the way early on in the day whilst we were still fresh. You climb up to 408 metres before heading down to Lord Stone's Cafe.
Yeah! We're getting here, nearly at the top.
It's a good shot.
Woo!
Even though it was cloudy, we got some lovely views on the way up. Now the name Lyke Wake is a nod to the many corpses carried over the moors on old coffin routes, and to the number of ancient burial mounds, like this one, along the trail. Lyke actually means corpse, and wake is of course the time you watch over the deceased. It was interesting learning about the origins and the reason why the official logo for the trail was a coffin. Now I did say earlier I'd let you know why our group hadn't had the best night's sleep in the hostel. That was because Claire and James, who were following in the next group, had indulged a little bit too much in the pub the night before and was sharing a dorm room with us all. I won't go into too much details, but at one point Claire fell out the top bunk and face planted the floor, giving herself a fat lip in the process.
How high are we, Steve? 400 what?
Meters. Above sea level. Now we're heading down, and that is what? That is coffee!
Coffee.
Woohoo! We had made it to the cafe, 6.5 miles in.
We made it to the cafe just in time before I wet myself, which is always a good thing. Bit chilly now that we've stopped. I was really hot going up those hills. Knees giving me a load of bother. So I've taken some painkillers and I'll be fine. Ready to smash out all these hills. I remember these hills from the last time. There was all paragliders on them. It was really cool. Still waiting for the other half of the group to catch us up. They stayed and had breakfast, so they're a little bit behind us. And we've got a new recruit, Harley the dog. He's coming along with us with his owner Andy.
The cafe also has a toilet and an outside tap to refill your water bottles. Coming up next, we had another 4 hills to climb. The first one being Kringle Moor at 432 metres. Once again, it was totally worth it for those views.
Okay, so we're man down and knee down. Mark down. I am dosing up on painkillers, but it is a struggle. Every downhill bit is like agony. But we've only got a few more hills, and then the bit along the railway should be a lot flatter. So the 3 of us are just hanging back. We're just taking our sweet ass time because that's the only thing we can do right now. Steve's back is very sore. Yeah, we're just gonna have to get there when we get there. We've got head torches, and yeah, we're just gonna limp our way into that pub. Be all right.
The hill behind us is White Hill. We had the alternative, go up over the top or take the alternative route, which brings you around the side, which we're doing because Carrie's knee's been playing up and my back's a bit sore, so we're being practical.
We had noticed on the Hiiker App there was a footpath that skated around the base of this hill, so decided to give ourselves some respite.
She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain, coming round the mountain, coming round the mountain when she comes. When she comes. What you doing, Steve?
I'm having a munch.
And then what you going to do after that,
I'm gonna have
Steve?
a wee.
Where are you going to wee, Steve?
I'm gonna eat over there in the trees. Hopefully there's no bears over there.
Let's have a look.
Any bears?
Steve's going to have a wee in the trees. Well, this diversion round the side of White Hill is absolutely beautiful. Going through some lovely woodland, and it's saving my knee a little bit. And Steve's back, which is good. And it's stopping Mark's shiny head from getting sunburnt. So a win all round. I think the others have gone up and over. And then we've got another climb up to 454 metres to Round Hill. And then I think that's all the climbing for the day. Then a bit of downhill. So I'm going to get my hiking poles out, try and save my knee a little bit. But yeah, we're halfway. And it's about 2 o'clock. So we can do this. We can do this. Feeling very confident and motivated. Well, the sun has put his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. And these views are just absolutely stunning. I'm going to spin the camera around. You need to see this. Out of breath.
Who's out of breath?
I am. A slug today. Struggling. But little by little, slowly but surely,
We're getting there.
we'll get there.
We made it to the top of Carr Ridge and carried along across the moors. We had one final ascent of the day to go, up to Round Hill, before heading down to Bloworth Crossing, where this route would leave the Cleveland Way. We would now be following the coast-to-coast route along the dismantled railway track, all the way to our halfway stop at the Lion Inn. It was at this point we finally met up with the other group. It was nice we could all arrive at the pub together for our evening meal. We were all starving and exhausted.
Okay, what's going on with my hat? So we've got high hopes for this hotel. What are we expecting in our room, Claire?
Well, my vision is a roll top bath.
Mini bar.
Yeah, in roll gold.
Yes, that's what we want.
Jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi would be good.
Yeah. Nice freestanding bath with
Free
four legs.
champagne.
Yeah.
Big, thick pillows.
That's what we want.
We are literally
I hate them.
15 minutes away.
You've got to take a video. Oh, it's not. Okay.
15 minutes from the hotel and they've decided to have a nap. Oh, you're right there, little gnome.
The Lion Inn is the perfect halfway stop, but if you're planning on staying the night, we recommend booking up in advance. It's got limited rooms. There's also the option to camp there for hikers taking on one of the trails. I'll leave some info in the description.
Hallelujah!
Good morning.
Hi.
Well, we had a marvellous sleep last night. Very, very different to the sleep that we had yesterday. Probably had a full 7 hours. Woke up feeling a lot more refreshed. Still in a lot of pain. However, I'm just going to dose myself up on painkillers and hopefully it'll be okay. Hotel was alright. Had a nice little radiator right by our head, so it was toasty. Had a lovely bath last night. It wasn't a roll top bath, but it was still a nice bath. And we're just packing our bags, getting our things together, and we're going to go down and smash out those 22 miles. How are you feeling, Claire?
I needed poles just to go to the toilet.
This is how much we ache right now.
Look at that face. That's a
What's
face
not to
full
love?
of enthusiasm.
What's not to love?
She loves the moors. She loves the moors so much.
Oh, this is where I'm at.
Well done.
We had a lovely stay at the Lion Inn and even ordered packed lunches to take with us.
Look at this adorable lot. Look at them.
Morning.
Morning, Don.
Good morning, bud. All right. Cool.
Apart from a few aches and pains, everyone was feeling pretty motivated.
Are we all ready to go? Day 2. Yeah. How many miles?
22.
Woohoo! Let's do it.
The first few miles today would be road walking, but this allowed us to make up some time and ease our aching bodies back into the swing of it.
Hello. We're on the moors. We finally got off the road. We're about 3 miles in. I've got the old goggles on again because the wind is blowing straight in my eyes and it's making them stream. So got my flying goggles on again. 19 more miles to go. Just had a Yorkie, feeling good, ready to rock.
This is the point where you get into bog territory. Now, we were lucky as the weather had been dry for a few days, but it still slowed the pace down.
Look at the state of me. We've got 16.8 miles left to do. Trotting across the bogs and the moors in the wind. The day is beautiful. Lovely sunshine. We've been so lucky. Imagine doing this section had it been like really bad weather before, during or after. I can imagine it'd be pretty bleak. But no, it's all right. Sun is out. Having a lovely time.
Miles and miles of lovely moors.
We came off path a bit by accident. It is quite easy on this section to lose where you're going, but luckily with the map on the Hiiker App, the GPS, you can get yourself back on it without too much trouble. But yeah, you just got to keep reminding yourself just to keep double checking, because there's so many different sheep tracks and bits out here on the moors. It's too easy to come off route. Where are we, Claire?
Out on the moor.
How many more miles on the moors have we got?
2 fucking minutes.
All enjoying ourselves? We do this for fun, Hazel, don't we? We do this for fun. How are you finding it, Steph?
I love the trail, I love the moors, and there is more to come.
Way! Do you like the moors?
No.
Okay.
We've got 15 more miles on the moors. It's mortifying.
Morbid. Morbid.
We found a tree. First one we've seen in a long time. There they are, 7 dwarfs. What are you doing?
Touching the blue, man.
Are you giving him a little rub, Mark? Rub a dub dub.
Unfortunately, by now, Steve's back had deteriorated. We needed to help him off the trail as he was in too much pain. We checked the map and saw there was a road a few miles on. We agreed to slow down to a pace he was comfortable with to avoid any more discomfort than necessary.
Girls, why are we too scared to go for a wee?
Because there's adders. There's adders in the bracken.
Added another layer to it. Not only is it vast and barren and we don't get any privacy, there's also now snakes in there that will bite us on the bits if we try and wee. Oh look, there's a snake in the distance. Let's zoom in. Trouser snake.
Finally, we found a road and managed to get Steve to safety before plodding onwards towards Ravenscar. We had fallen behind a bit on time, so we're now on a tight schedule to make it to the finish line to meet our taxi minibus. But that didn't stop us from taking a break. Snacks.
Right, here's a little update of what's been going on in the last hour. Steve obviously couldn't continue because his back was too bad, so we flagged down a car when we got to the road, sent him off with some strangers to Pickering. No, they were lovely, really lovely people. Little couple offered to give him a lift to Pickering, where he could then get a bus to Whitby and a taxi to Ravenscar to join us at the end. We've done a big hill. I managed to have a wee. Hazel has got blisters. Claire's eating again, being loud. Steve still can't get rid of the wine that he's got in his face. He's been carrying a bottle of red wine for a day and a half. At one point I'm going to just say yes, but not just yet. We've still got 9.5 miles left to go. Tired, but we're still going. Not dead yet, not dead yet. Doing a mile on my own, just so I can do it nice and slow at my own pace. I think the guys are back here somewhere, they're just catching me up now. But yeah, it's been long, it's been fun, but it's intense. Hope Steve's alright on his nice little bus to Whitby. He's probably going to go and get an ice cream. Lucky him. Maybe he'll bring us one back, you never know.
The group caught up with me at the railway crossing. My knee was aching again. I found out from the doctors when I got home it was a misaligned patella. Off to physio I go. I need to get it better for the rest of the trails I'm taking on this year.
Here we go, 7.5 miles left. Woo!
Now, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, Drunk on Wanderlust, please hit that button. I have loads of hiking trail videos on there.
Five and a half miles to go. I want to cry. It now feels a bit of an ordeal. Every step feels like I'm being punished for things I've done in a past life, or probably just this life, to be honest. I don't know whose idea it was to do this in the first place, but I think I'm going to write a strongly worded letter.
Coming up in the next few months, we are hiking and wild camping the Cateran Trail up in Scotland. And after that, we're off to the French Alps to take on a monster of a trail, the Tour de Beaufontaine, which is the sister trail to the Tour de Mont Blanc. It's going to be epic. You can find all of these trails and more on the Hiiker App.
Right, we made it to the little river with the bridge. We have got 2.8 miles to finish. And I'm aching. Everything hurts. Everything hurts. But it's a beautiful sunny day. I can't believe the weather. We were so lucky with the weather. From now, it's all uphill. We've got a steep bit of uphill and then the rest is just kind of plodding on up. I'm just going to have to take it really slow. And I'll make it. I'll get there when I get there. Our taxi's booked for 7, so as long as I'm there for 7, that's all that matters. But it has been a challenge. It's been a massive challenge. Enjoyed it mostly. I'd say a good 85% of it I've enjoyed. The other 15 can do one. But yeah, okay. Pray for me. Last bit.
Here we go, the final push. The end was in sight. We could see the famous mast at Ravenscar far off in the distance.
On the last mile, that tower doesn't look like it's getting any closer. My body hates me. It's literally falling apart. I'm gonna ache so much. We do this for fun. We do this for fun. Living the dream.
Oh yeah. That's the end.
We made it! A massive congratulations to everyone. And Steve was there to greet us.
Well done, everybody.
I may have my bag.
Officially smashed it!
Oh, it's nectar, isn't it? The nectar.
Nectar of the gods.
The red nectar.